Greetings guys and gals, this is Jabberwock bringing you the best in esports. Today we have Starcraft 2, the CSL Collegiate Star League. This is going to be CSU versus the University of Pittsburgh on Lost Temple. I'm playing in purple as the Protoss, purple Protoss of course as always, and at the 9 o'clock position over here we have the blue Terran player gamfvr. I'm going to call him Gam. This Gam is a Masters player. Actually, I think he's like a 2500 Masters player, so very, very good. I'm currently probably like a 25 Diamond player, just to tell you the difference between that. Probe Scout going out after my Pylon, and of course, anytime I commentate myself, I do more analysis, I do more quote-unquote day 9 than playing. And apparently, Michael Barnes just had the most epic game ever, so I'm going to set me to busy so I don't get any more of those. But yeah, Michael Barnes is the admin for our team. Love the guy to death, he's awesome. But anyways, we have a barracks going down. Very, very standard play, very good positioning right there. If I went in for an attack, he could just raise this up, this barracks is going to be done, and I'm not going to be able to get in here because this creates a good little wall. SCV coming in the base for Gam, and he's going to see that Chrono Boost there. He's also going to see the assimilator timing as well as the gateway timing. I'm not necessarily going to know when that gateway was put down, but if he stays in long enough, he's going to know when it pops. Very, very nice for him. I'm still Chrono Boosting out probes. That assimilator just now gets done, sending 3 probes over to there. And honestly, if we look at the APM tab, we're both doing pretty good. A lot of that is spam, though, obviously. Setting down my core, Pylon just morphs in, probably going to make a Zealot. Usually this is where you can really kind of differ. You can either make probes right now, or you can spend your first 100 minerals after that on a Zealot, and then make probes and then get your gas. That's pretty much the 3 deviations that I have in my build tech lab going down for Gam's barracks there. He does have an orbital command at this point in time. Did not use his first energy right away on a mule. That's kind of particular. I thought that maybe he could be saving it for something like a scan, but no, he does place down that mule. And probably, in my opinion, he's probably going to go for a quick expansion just because he's pretty much at 1 gas. He's only made 1 barracks, and I can only imagine that he's going to go for one base play at this point in time. Obviously, that I don't have another gateway, so I could also be going for 1 base play. But my assumption to this is that he's not really even attempting to build any other things. Now he puts down the barracks, but that's pretty late. You know, it's not going to be a 2-Rex build at the very least, a 2-Rex rush build or anything like that. We do see concussive cells going down for Gam, and he's going to go in and put some early pressure in my Zealot scouting for any type of cheese, as I do get cheesed actually in Diamond quite a bit, which doesn't really bother me. It just makes me more aware of a player, and hopefully my Zealot doesn't get picked off. I need to pull that thing back, make sure it doesn't die. Here comes a Stalker to reinforce. Here comes 2 probes as well, and honestly I think this was pretty good micro for me on my part, able to save my Stalker as well, so no units die for me. He loses a Marine and a Marauder. Probably could have gotten a little bit better, but I think I did okay at the very least. Stalker has 1 hit point, and here was my strategy. I was going to go 2 gate in a Twilight Council, get an early charge, and then get 2 more gateways. So go kind of like a late 4 gate push. Probably, in all honesty, if I would have just gone straight 4 gate, it would have been a lot better. I probably could have won a lot easier. But usually players do stuff like 3 racks against Protosses just because they've been 4-gating a lot lately. And right now, Gam is at a really weak position. I think that I could possibly push in before that bunker gets up. Once that bunker gets up, I'm not going to be able to push in at all until charge or until I get more units comparatively. If we look at the food tab, we're pretty much even in food. So yeah, stim going up as well as that charge. Chrono boosting that out, hopefully. Yes, I am chrono boosting that out. Very nice job. These gateways almost done. So now I'm almost at a total of 4 gateways. Probably what I could do better is get those gateways a little bit earlier and start pumping out more units earlier, because right now he's going to have a full bunker plus submarines and a Marauder. He's also going to have this expansion up and running. in the near future. And I practiced this build a few times, and it worked almost every single time. Except the match before I played this against, it was against Project Fox, so it didn't work then. And spoiler alert, it doesn't work now. So a little bit unfortunate there. His command center is going to be done. He's going to have a lot more production in the near future, and building 2 more barracks. So really, this timing push needs to happen now. Probably should, if I would have attacked now, definitely would have been able to take this stuff out and probably win the game. So really, what I need to keep in mind is just to send in a probe. Just send in a probe, or keep a probe somewhere, because once his bunker gets up, it's going to be very, very hard for me to push out. Now he's building, he's just macroing up more forces. Here comes my forces. I need to go in right now. Here I go, going in. Probably should attack the Marines behind the bunker, to be completely honest, but not doing too bad of a job. This bunker is going to get finished, unfortunately. Just don't have enough forces. He stims up just in time, and this is just so bad because the stim finished, the bunker finished, everything finished just in the nick of time frame. If I would have attacked just the tad slightest bit earlier, probably would have been able to do a lot of damage. He's retreating, doing a very nice job of microing. And now we see from the income tab that he's just going to absolutely shoot ahead, especially if he uses something like mules. I'm persisting with this attack as I know that I'm in a little bit of trouble. He only has 1 bunker up. Probably should keep those zealots in the front, which is what I do. And he doesn't have a med back, so he needs to not stim too much. And this is really, really soft. Probably should attack those forces first instead of the bunker. And here I come in for engagement, but I'm going to have to blow my nose. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But now another bunker is going up. Almost going to be done. This is just not the best place to attack engaging. But those marauders, just a few marauders, are able to micro against my zealots, and this is pretty much going to be all she wrote. By this time, he's got the expansion up, he's got his main base up. Still, surprisingly, has not got that second gas. That's really surprising. He's really just running off of 1 gas this entire time, and that's high tier play, I guess, or maybe that's failure to realize that he's only on 1 gas. But really, he's utilizing his resources, utilizing his SCVs to his best ability, and just macroing up a huge army of Marines, which obviously don't cost any gas. Now I'm in a really bad position. Harvester count, pretty even with him comparatively. It's kind of unusual for the Protest player to be behind, prone to boosting out some warp gates. But Harvester count, I'm pretty even with him. APM, pretty even, actually ahead. But yeah, so this is the reason why I'm ahead in APM is just because I was like super nervous. I always get super nervous before these games, and I just click a bunch of random stuff sometimes. But yeah, so this force definitely, well, depends on my force field placement, depends on if the zealots get in or not, but probably could take out that force fairly easily, especially a stim. Once a medvac or 2 gets in there, which he is getting a starport, he's going to be able to do so much damage. He's also getting weapons 1, which is going to be done very, very shortly. My Nexus is morphing in, and I'm getting robotics, probably for things like Immortals, even though Immortals won't be really good. I just kind of assumed that he would be going tanks, I think. Sorry for the FPS issues. Usually don't have any of those, but just a little bit there. And now he's immediately going to armor. That just shows high tier level of play. Always getting your upgauge going. That's something I need to work on. Work on that. Also, well, I guess I was probably getting the Robo for. There's the Forge going down. I was probably getting the Robo actually for Colossi. I don't even really remember. This game was like a day and a half ago. I really should remember that probably, but. Been casting some OSL stuff. Here comes the factory. Gonna float it in. He's gonna float it in right there. Use it for spotting. Obviously, he doesn't really need the spotting. There's a comm set, so I knew the attack was pretty much imminent coming, and I was like, "Oh crap, this is really gonna suck." I gotta turn off my alarm clock because it's going off. And yeah, so if we look at the food tab, he's quite ahead, 113 to 84. Not very good there. Using that Zelnaga Watchtower for spotting. Also picking another base at the 6. Didn't even know that he picked up a base at the 6. And for some reason, oh, there's I know why I wrote that, because it was lagging because it was lagging, and then Mohala had to leave. Here comes his force, knowing that my force is just out in the open, and I see that, and I'm like, oh crap! And you'll see the most non-epic force fields ever. Very, very bad force fields, actually hurting me than doing much for him, to be completely honest. Probably should have let him get in half of his army in here, and then have his army get in, then force fielded. Fortunately, not very good control, just free shots on all my stalkers. This is going to be pretty much it. Trying to get out an immortal, but it's really not going to help. Everyone's leaving. All the observers are leaving because they don't have faith in me to come back from this. I don't even have faith for me to come back to this. So I'm going to drop this set, unfortunately. I think that it just better timing. Definitely could have won, but that's Starcraft for you. So just practice more and hope to win next time. That'll be it, guys. Obviously, I'm casting this after set 3, so this is going to go after. It's going to be kind of weird timing. Set 4 and 5 are not going to be casted. We just dropped set 4. The guy was the 134th in the world. It's XOG. You can look him up. He's 134th in the world, so our player was like, just screw it. Actually, our player quit that we signed up to play him, so that's what happened. We didn't actually just get scared off, but I would have been pretty scared. I honestly would have just cheesed. Although it was on one of those iCup big maps. I don't remember which one. It wasn't on Sandstorm Mists. It was on the other one, which is huge, which was really hard to cheese on that map. So anyways, that's it, guys. Lates.